A few weeks ago, I made a terrible mistake. I asked a question, and the question was, how long does it take an average player to get out of gold? Now, a normal person would have probably just googled it. Instead, I decided to find out myself. So I recorded every ranked game I played over the course of a week for science.
That's quite big.
And I severely overestimated how quickly I was gonna be finished. At the time, I was pretty confident. I wasn't asking how to get from bronze to celestial. I just needed to get from gold to platinum. A completely reasonable goal that definitely didn't result in hours of footage and a growing suspicion that gold exists solely to test my patience.
Damn, Luna, you aggressive! So, for the start of the climb, we're off to a very horrible start. I'm mainly on Moon Knight, Iron Man, and Punisher for this run. They're very simple, point and click, minimal brain activity. Moon Knight's immediately banned, and then one of my teammates takes one look at me in the loading screen and decides that I have horrible aim before I even fire a single shot. What? Why am I getting roasted? The match itself was over very quick. Everyone was thinking, can we just get this over with and re-queue? We had no coordination, everyone was doing their own thing, and we lost fast. Nothing really came together, and it basically feels like the game was already done before it even started. Okay. Yo, where's the team at? So in game 2, I'm hovering Moon Knight, and two of my teammates instantly try to ban him. Like, I'm not allowed to have anything nice.
No, what?
Yo, why are you banning? Like, why are you banning? Okay.
Yo, I'm so happy.
I'm saying, like, I'm with you, guys. I'm like, don't ban Moon Knight, bro. Also, I need that team up.
Yeah, I got you. I get Moon Knight, and I'm already thinking, okay, maybe this is the start of something stable. And then I load in with a team that groups. We fought together like actual human beings playing the same video game at the same time. Holy shit. What was she doing? Enemies got a Groot and a Hulk, so I do what I always do. I hit the tanks, create damage, and let the squishies just melt around them. And because my team was actually following up, I could play so aggressively. I was taking angles, I was flanking, doing actual Moon Knight things, instead of just standing in mid and wondering where the hell everyone went. And I'm not even being funny. It works because it just works. I wasn't begging, I wasn't praying. There was no 1v5s. It was just a fight that we actually won because everyone was where they were supposed to be. Then on defense, they push all the way to the last point, and we just hold. At one point, I even had to swap to Iron Man, which honestly felt like I was switching from a silent assassin to a Nepo baby yelling in the sky. But even that works because the team is still there. We're existing in the same map as a unit. Absolutely insane concept, I know. And that's the part that gets me. Why can't all of my teams be like this? Why is it always 5 people playing different games at different times? Or one random game where everyone remembered they have eyes, hands, a keyboard, and a mic? Anyway, clean win, but now I'm just annoyed because I've seen what's possible. And with that, we made it out of gold 2 and into gold 1. Why are they arguing? So, game 3 was actually going really well, and at this point, I'm starting to think that this climb might actually be easy. I locked in Venom and spent the entire game doing what Venom does best, making the enemy supports regret queuing up. Every fight, I'd just swing into the backline, cause problems, they'd have to deal with me, and my team would win the front line. They'd ignore me, and I'd give them the full 18 inches of Venom. There really wasn't a good option for them. Everything was just working. Team was playing well, dives were getting value, fights felt easy. Looking back, this was probably the peak. This was probably the climb before the fall. Because it was right about here I started thinking, maybe I'm just better. And whenever you start thinking that in rank, the game takes it really personally.
You can't keep getting away with it!
And then I lost. Again, and again, and again. At some points, the games just started to blend together. One game I'd get a thrower, and even the support had enough.
Vidon, I swear to God, I have more damage than you and more finals than you, and I'm on support. And more healing. I bet you I have the most healing in this fucking game right now.
I don't even remember what was said exactly, but getting roasted by your own damn support mid-match is usually a sign things aren't going according to your plan. Then, the very next game, that same support ended up on the enemy team, which I spent the entire match making it my personal mission to target them. Was that the smartest play? Maybe not. Was it worth it? Abso-fucking-lutely. Then, after that came the Smurfs, the bad games that I will take full ownership over, and every other creative way rank could find a way to take my points away from me. It was like the rank system was determined to explore every possible way I could lose. Every time I thought, surely it cannot get any worse than that, the next queue would load and it would have some fresh ideas. Before I knew it, all that momentum from the first few games was completely gone, and I was right back in gold 2. Looking back, this was probably the point where I should have taken a break, but instead I did what every ranked player does. I queued up again.
I am not doing anything until I get redeployed in September.
Game 12 was easily the worst game of the entire climb. Not because the enemy team was insane or we got outplayed, not even because we had 2 throwers. No, this game was awful because I somehow ended up with players with the largest egos I've ever seen in my whole life. And the crazy part is they weren't even arguing about the game. They weren't even discussing strategy or about who was playing who. Half of the time they weren't even talking about Marvel Rivals anymore. They genuinely could not stand each other. Honestly, I'm not even gonna try to explain it, just listen to this.
Please don't ban Cyclops. If I don't get to play Cyclops, I'm throwing the game. If they banned him, if the enemy team bans him, I'm gonna hop on my main and fuck them up. But don't ban Cyclops.
I'm banning Cyclops.
Okay, ban him. I'm gonna throw the
I
game.
want you to throw the game. You think I give a
Okay.
fuck? My main is one above all right now, you dog shitter.
Okay.
Oh, yay, we can get him chat ban. No, get him chat ban. He just said that. Yeah, let's get him. Yes,
I'm
sir.
second.
Hush up. Thank you for
Not my
saying that. I
5th gold
appreciate you.
account. No, not my 5th gold account. Make sure you Google me after.
No worries. Hopefully it has deceased at the end of it.
One of us is on military leave and can do whatever they want.
Okay, you want to play that card? Holy crap, I've been using this entire time. I'm in the fucking service too. Don't just use that as a goddamn excuse. Have some fucking pride for your job that
None
you
of
do.
us can fucking...
Understood?
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about our 19 minutes. Suck my...
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying to win this match while these guys are hosting a podcast nobody asked for, and somehow, we almost won. We dragged this goddamn shit show all the way to overtime. A team that spent more time fighting each other than the actual enemy team? That's crazy. And then we lost in overtime, which was probably the universe stepping in and saying, no, there's no way this team gets rewarded.
I don't know if I want to do with you right now.
By game 25, this was no longer just a ranked match. This was survival. I had already been through the loss streak, I had already been demoted, I had already watched games slip away that I knew we could have won, and at this point, gold wasn't just a rank anymore. This shit was getting personal. And something finally changed. I stopped laughing it off, I stopped playing on autopilot, I stopped playing like the game was gonna hand me the win. I had to lock in. Every fight felt like it could decide the whole climb. Every death felt like a punishment, and every cooldown, every push, every mistake, it all mattered now. And yes, I may or may not have had a dual pocket healer keeping me alive through this absolute hell, but we're just gonna ignore that for the sake of my redemption arc, because in my head this was different. This was the game where I stopped playing desperate and started playing focused. I wasn't chasing clips anymore, I wasn't forcing stupid fights, I was fighting for space, fighting for picks, and fighting to keep the climb and the team alive. After everything that happened, after all of the losses and getting knocked down and having to crawl my way back, this was the round that could finally bring me back to gold 1. Not plat yet, not the finish line, but this was the moment where the climb stopped feeling impossible. This was the game where I finally get control back.
Oh my god, we won. Finally. I don't care anymore, man.
And then we made it to game 31. After 30 games, a loss streak, demoting, climbing back, toxic teammates, and 2 weeks of recording way too much footage for one video, this was it. The game actually started off pretty well for once. It didn't feel like everything was falling apart in the first 30 seconds. And we were getting picks, holding space, and for a moment I thought, wait, this actually might be the one. But then I started noticing our tank was struggling a bit. At this point in the climb, I was not about to sit there and watch the game slowly slip away again. Not this time. So I switched, I picked up a second tank and stopped worrying about what I wanted to play and focus on what the team actually needed. Because this wasn't about ego, this wasn't about the clips, and this wasn't about proving I could carry on one character. This was about winning and ranking up. And from that moment, the game started feeling way different. We had more pressure, more space, more control, and fights felt messy at first, but they became winnable. Pushes that could have collapsed started turning in our favor. After everything that happened in this climb, this final game didn't end with some perfect movie finish. It ended the way ranked usually does. It was stressful, messy, loud, and with me fighting for my life until the very end.
But somehow we held it together. After 31 games, after 2 weeks of recording, after demoting, tilting, locking back in, and crawling all the way back up, we finally did it. We hit plat. And honestly, after everything this game put me through, I don't even know if I climbed out of gold or if gold finally got tired of me and just let me leave.
I finally fucking did it. Holy shit. I have so much footage. I gotta edit this. If you made it this far, genuinely thank you so much for watching. This video ended up being way bigger than I expected. I recorded over 2 weeks of games and had hours and hours of footage to cut through, and somehow had to turn 31 ranked matches into one video that actually made sense. I'll be honest, I'm still not completely happy with the final edit. There are parts where I wanted to clean up more, moments I could have probably paced better, and I honestly learned a lot putting this together. But I was already very late to getting this uploaded, so at some point I had to stop overthinking and just let it go. So if this edit feels a little chaotic, honestly, this kind of fits the climb. But thank you again for watching me suffer my way out of gold. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see more, let me know if you want another ranked journey. Maybe I could try to hit Celestial. Because after everything gold put me through, I'm scared to find out what plat is gonna do to me.